That's why you want the Hellcat. Hey guys, I'm Nate. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so today we got to talk about the first 2 of the 7 special edition last call models that Dodge is releasing in 2023. So for y'all that have been under a rock or preoccupied for the past several months, 2023 is the last year of the Challenger and Charger V8s and the last year of the Hellcat gasoline powered cars we know it. After this, they'll be switching over to a battery electric platform, or will they? We'll discuss that more later. But for today, we got to talk about these last call models. So Dodge announced that it's going to have last call, like special plaque under every 2023 Challenger and Charger sold, right? This is your last chance, right? And this is the way that they're kind of sending it out. So every 2023 is going to have this last call emblem, whatever they're going to put under the hood. Cool. But they're also going to have 7 special edition last call models. These special editions, they are releasing them, I think, once a week. And then finally, there's going to be the 7th model is they're going to announce that at SEMA in November. What everyone's rumoring is the big bad boy on the block, maybe a 909 horsepower E85 flex fuel Hellcat. That's going to be the one to get. What about the first 2 they released? Okay, so the first one with the whole fanfare from the first week when they announced the Daytona SRT, the electric concept. They announced that, you know, these engines were dying. What are we going to do? Well, it was a Shakedown. So the Shakedown is basically a Scat Pack Challenger. It's got the shaker hood. It's going to have some pinstriping, special graphics on it to be the Shakedown. Fully loaded. You can get, there's 1,000 of each of these last call models that are going to be made. 500 in narrow body, 500 in wide body. Looks like the color scheme on this one was going to be Destroyer Gray with the pinstripes, but that's the Shakedown. We'll talk about that a little bit more, about what pricing is going to be like, but pretty much your standard Scat Pack with a shaker hood. It'll be a special edition model, 1,000 units, so whether those will hold their value, most likely so. This is the last of a run, right? Last of an era here. Now, the other model that was announced this previous week, which I think is very interesting, is the Super B. Now, if you guys remember the Super B, we've had a couple of Super Bs here in the modern era, right? So we had Super B Charger, and this is Charger only. The Shakedown was Challenger only. So we've had a Super B in 2007. We've had a Super B in 2012. What makes this Super B, I think, very interesting, though, is, so first of all, it's going to be on the Charger. Similar thing like the Shakedown. 500 of them are going to be narrow body. 500 of them are going to be wide body. 2 colors on this one. You get a wide body, you're getting Plum Crazy. That's my second favorite color. If you get a narrow body, you're getting B5 Blue. Guess what, folks? That's my first favorite color. Really also like to see that they're bringing back these cool colors for 2023. So B5 Blue, Plum Crazy are going to be colors that you can order on any of your Challengers. And speaking of ordering, Dodge is also doing something kind of cool here, which is they're going to release... Is that an LC500? All right. What's so special about the Super B, right? It's just a regular, again, same in terms of the engine. It's going to be a Scat Pack engine, 6.4 liter. However, what they're doing with this car is it's going to be tuned for the strip. Now, if you get the wide body, you're going to get the car with basically Demon setup, 18-inch wheels and drag radials and drag mode. That's what's really cool about the Super B. You're going to get the drag mode, which, if you remember from the Demon, it uses the adaptive dampers to give it a little bit more cushion in the back so you get some grip when you squat and go for a drag launch. Now, I thought that was pretty cool. If you get the narrow body on the Super B, you're going to still end up with the 275 tires, but on 20-inch rims. But the wide body is what gets you that Demon setup. 18-inch rims with 315s. Really cool. I think that's going to be a nice one. Like how they use the name, and it has something different, right? That's why I wasn't super sold on Shakedown. It's basically just a graphics kit, a fully loaded Scat. With the Super B, you're getting some cool technology in there. You're getting the drag mode, which is gonna make a difference. I mean, yeah, you can argue the Scat, it's not as much power as the Hellcat to need something like that, but the 6.4 liters still got a decent amount of power. So it's pretty easy still to break loose on the rear end. And anything that gives it a little bit more grip for you to get better times at the strip, that's a welcome addition in my book. So same 500, 500, you can get 1,000 of total. We'll see. So those are the first two. We still got 4 more, so stay tuned. We'll look at what the other 4 are when they come out, and then the final big bang model from SEMA. So this is going to be pretty interesting. What do I think about the longevity of these last call models? This is the last call. So these are limited production. It's not like there's going to be like, well, that was the last call. This is the final call. Like what they're doing with the Durango. If you have not heard what happened with the Durango and why the Durango owners from 2021 are super upset, is because I don't know if you guys remember this, but when the Durango came out in 2021, they said, guys, EPA is not going to allow us to do anything different. This is going to be a limited edition model. We're only going to have it for 1 year, 3,000 units produced. Call it a day. That's it. Stick a fork in it. We're done. So people bought the Durango figuring, hey, this is going to be worth some money in the future. So I should buy this as an investment, have a fun car, blah, blah, blah. Well, turns out Dodge, and you guys should know this about Dodge. Dodge is going to make that money, right? And I mean, they're a corporation after all. That's what they do. But Dodge, a last call never really means a last call, except in 2023. I really think it does. So what they do with the Durango is they're actually going to have production open for the Durango next year, 2023, and that'll be it. A few Durangos coming out. So if you really want a Durango and you missed out in 2021, you can get it in 2023. So the 2021 owners, just to close the loop on the story, super upset about this because they bought the car thinking that they were going to be able to buy it as an investment. It's going to be a limited run. So they're actually trying to put together a lawsuit against Dodge for the fact that they aren't going to be able to, their car is probably not going to be worth as much now, right? Because if you pick up a 2023 Durango Hellcat, that's going to be the one to get. The last model year is always the one that you want to get and keep. They worked out all the bugs. That's typically ends up being the most desirable models. And so that's what I think is going to happen with 2023, all these last calls, right? And Tim Kuniska said it, look, he can't go back to the investor and say, look, I got a bunch of people that want to buy Durango and I can't make it because I told these guys in 2021 that was going to be a limited run. Who even knows what's going to happen to Dodge after they go electric anyways, right? So got to squeeze that money out while they can. All right, so the Shakedown, what about pricing here? So pricing's not really finalized. Speculation though is based on whether you're getting a narrow body or if you're getting a wide body. It's probably going to be somewhere around 55 to 65,000 because it'll be a little bit more expensive than a Scat with the options because you're going to be paying for that nameplate and the graphics and all that. What do I think? I think the Shakedown is a real shakedown. I really don't think it's worth it. You're not really getting much. Sure, it's limited edition, whatever it is. I think the other model is going to pack a better punch. The Super B, in my mind, is definitely a better value. Gives you some uniqueness to the car beyond just the graphics package. And think about it, 55, 65. You're knocking on the door of a Hellcat at that point. That's not a Hellcat. That's a Scat Pack. 475 horsepower, 480 horsepower. That's a good 250 horsepower or somewhere around there, 240, shy of a Hellcat. You guys got to think about it. This is why you want a Hellcat right here. Careful here, dude changing his tire. That's why you want the Hellcat. It's worth it even if it's not a special edition. The allocation thing I think is cool. So they'll announce, hey, these are all the dealers that are going to be getting this 500 allocations. But in reality, I think if you want one of these, you may already be late to the ball game because I'm going to assume that, you know, everyone's favorite dealers that don't mark up probably already have an order list. But you know what? Call your dealers, call around the good ones and see, right? I mean, it can't hurt. Make a phone call, but I would jump on that right away if you want to get a last call. Don't wait until they announce the allocation list. I think by then it's going to be too late. All right, guys. Well, happy hunting. We'll talk about the other ones as they come out. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Check out these next videos, and I'll see you there. Thanks. Bye.